10 years ago.
Oh
now
my
it's
gosh.
like, you know, now kids can like do this pretty much the same experience and something that's $100.
3D print their own.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think it's such a good thing nowadays where everything's like, you know, on computers and games and stuff, everything's virtual with your phone and everything. It's nice having like a physical thing that is taking kind of almost like a virtual feeling, but you're using it in the real world.
A real toy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you guys ever get to try, like, if they go out or you know some racer or whatever, put the goggles on. It'll totally change your mindset about it.
I've tried it, yeah.
Even
It's
that
awesome.
cheap set of box goggles, $40 goggles you were talking about, just to go and check it out and see what it's like.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's the same as actually being on the sticks.
Yeah.
And feeling that pull out and all that.
And you'll see like some guys, they'll start tilting to the left.
I know.
Start
You
going.
have, yeah, when you're wearing the goggles, really, you should be sitting down.
Yeah. I stand. I can't sit.
Well, because you're used to it.
Oh, really?
I, like,
Okay.
almost fell.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
have
really?
power
laying down. Yeah, but you have your like legs
Yeah, power
spread
stance.
apart, right?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that, and
yeah,
people just falling over.
Yeah, because at first it is kind of just like I remember the first time I did it is very disorienting. Like your body wants to
Yeah.
lean with it, but
It
you know,
was like an
eventually-
out of body experience for me. Like the very first time I tried it.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
And
It
now
felt
it's got to the
weird.
point where like I can like walk while I'm like doing it, you know. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean, not like anything fancy, but like if I need to move around,
You're doing it.
you know, I can do
Yeah.
that. You know.
Not
You
doing
can
the jig.
multitask.
A little, yeah.
He can cook while flying drones.
He's
got stills.
All right, I think it's time for the speed round.
Well,
Here's
you just have.
I have a question. Well,
Okay.
the speed round. This is a bunch of questions, but we're
Yeah.
gonna ask them both.
Okay.
What are you most excited about in the UAS world right now?
You start.
Okay, well, pertaining, I'll kind of split it into two little separate parts. One, towards the beginner kind of side of stuff. The stuff we make, it's a great segue to get people into FPV because obviously there's FPV and then there's like the DJI stuff where people use it for professional setups, getting great photography, videography, stuff like that. And that's the best for that stuff. But for people who want to look at it as like a hobby like flying RC airplanes and helicopters, it's great. You know, it's a very easy way because back when I started doing it, you know, you had to be like a rocket scientist to build these like back in 2012 and 13, you know. And you had to know someone who knew about it. But now, you know, it's so easy. So it's I'm just excited to see more people get into it because like
Me too.
It's a very unique kind of a cliche or, you know, isolated hobby right now. There's not a lot of people that fly drone stuff like this. So when it becomes more of something where I can relate to a lot more people in general that do it, it'll be cool. Because also people, oh, I fly drones. They're like, oh, what, a Phantom? No. So whenever I say I fly drones, people think it's DJI stuff. So when it gets broader, yeah. And then I guess it returns to the big things. Like I said earlier, the kind of the biggest downside right now is the video, the analog video with you get HD video, you got that latency, like it's like a second delay, but for this it matters. So we're just
how far away are we from digital video?
So there's a company called Connex right now that makes it, but they're like huge giant antennas.
Yeah.
And it's still slower than analog video, and it's like 720p resolution to get it decent.
You can't have any lag at all.
Yeah, so I would guess maybe like 2 to 3 years we might see something where it's like.
But I haven't heard of a company that's starting to develop it. They kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, like it was like
Interesting.
they came out with it. It wasn't as good as they said it was. It was extremely expensive. The antennas are big. The cameras are big. I just think it wasn't ready for like that kind of market. So at least I'm hoping maybe 2 to 3 years. That's the worst thing.
So, yeah.
Because you turn on your radio right now because it's digital. You can turn on while someone else is flying and it won't jump on their channel. It automatically looks for an open free channel. But video, if you plug your quad on while someone's flying, if you're on the same channel, it'll broadcast onto them and then they'll see your thing and it'll screw them up. So when we can get to the point where we have fast digital video and you can plug in with other people and it doesn't affect them, that'll make it super easy and great.
Yep.
That's cool.
And you, sir, what are you most excited about in the UAS world right now?
For me is basically creating jobs. Like that's my main goal. The drone technology is going to revolutionize obviously every industry that is going to be using drones, right? It's game changer because it's cost effective and also helps them to be more safe.
Yeah.
But what it does is that it actually, what we've realized is that it actually enhances job security because a lot of the things that we couldn't do before, we can do a lot more now. So to give you an example, I always use the wind turbine as an example. So when we actually when we were testing the wind turbines, companies were scared, subcontractors were scared that we were going to take their jobs. But how the system's set up right now is most of it, subcontractors do the inspection and then they'll do the repair. But to do an inspection of a wind turbine takes a whole day. And then the next few days they'll repair, right?
Okay.
But the money that they make is in the repair. The inspection is just secondary.
Interesting.
Right? So, but if we took out that inspection part from them, and then, like for example, what we do now, instead of doing like 1 turbine a day, we can now do 15 to 22 turbines a day. Now they have more jobs on the repair side.
Ah.
Yeah.
Now they have to be able to
Yeah.
hire people so that they can do more repairs. And why is that good for the big companies? The like GEs and Siemens and all that stuff that own the wind turbine. Well, because now their wind turbines are going to last longer because now instead of doing active maintenance or after it's already broken, we can now do preventive maintenance at a lower or same amount of cost that was usually what they were doing. Where they could only inspect the wind turbines once every 3 years, we now do it 3 times a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and that goes for all the infrastructures in power lines, roads, highways, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what's great about it.
Yeah.
You know.
And
I think we have a lot of
Safety.
unexpected.
Yeah, like how much safer is it that you have a drone going up instead of having a human being like
Right.
hundreds
Right.
of feet?
Right,
Yeah.
or a helicopter dropping
Yeah,
the
so
guy
drones
off.
are saving lives.
Right.
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 Yeah, that was
Have
a
to
great
be.
video that they, remember, did you see the latest
good.
one? That big drone was connecting major power
Oh,
lines
right,
somewhere.
pulling
Yeah.
cable. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was impressive.
So that was very impressive. So it really is making a big difference.
It is. It is.
You know,
Yeah.
saving lives. We're using it for delivering. Hospitals are using it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just deliver vaccines and medicines.
Right.
They
to-
deliver blood using drones. in
Search and
Africa.
rescue.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean,
Our drones being
there's a
used,
lot,
you
and
know,
and
it's-
what gets me excited is that when you drove here, you probably didn't see a single drone driving here, right?
You
No.
know,
Well,
I didn't.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at it, the industry hasn't really adopted it yet. As soon as industries make it a normal thing, imagine the jobs that are created, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we're anticipating such a huge influx of drone operators that are coming in. But what we're doing is that's why we're working with San Diego State College to prepare the people that want to get into the industry.
Yes,
Oh,
I
you
wanted
asked
to ask
about
you.
that?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I know you guys are developing classes with San Diego City College. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, so we created the class because when we got our first giant contract, we realized how many drone operators we needed, right? And then it kind of scared me because when we put out the resumes out there, out of the 60 applicants that we got, I interviewed all of them, and it was super exhausting. And then you start realizing that none of them, only about 10% of them would be qualified to be able to do it. And the reason why is not because of lack of experience, it's just the lack of them, the ability to actually do the work. Because we, as hobbyists, as doing it for fun, it's great. But once you do it for work, you're out there in the sun, 8 hours a day, you're like in 110-degree heat, you're in a cold environment, you're in a hostile environment. And that's the reason why drones are going to be working, because they're going to be doing a lot of work at places where people don't want to go.
Exactly, exactly.
You
Except
can't
for drone
reach it.
pilots.
Right, so when we started it, we wanted to make sure that if you really want to get into the drone industry, we start working with the schools to teach them the right way, right? And so we base off our knowledge from actual experience, and then we give it to the educators so they can teach it right and properly of how
Right.
drones should be taught.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, but then some people are saying, oh great, now there's a bunch of 15, 14-year-olds flying all these toy drones, and now what?
Well, if you look at if you look at like for example the wind turbine works, they're in the middle of nowhere. If it's like a 5-year-old pressing that play button to let the drone go
Right.
up, I'd let them, because I mean not that that's legal or anything, but I'm just saying they're in the middle of nowhere. Most of our jobs are in the middle of nowhere. The city stuff, maybe cell phone tower inspection and all that stuff, it's not that hard. And usually they hide these cell phone towers. You notice they're
Right,
they're
yeah.
hidden in trees and things like that. Yeah. So what about the I know you're working with SDSU.
We are working
Some
with
of
SDSU.
Uh-huh.
San
So,
Diego City College.
San Diego City College
And then you can actually get, the students can actually take your class right now?
yes. Well, we.
It's in the works.
We've been working on it for about a year and a half now.
Mhm.
We just finished teaching we're at 30 professors already.
Wow.
Teaching
Wow,
it. Because it's not
okay.
just for the city college, it's for also the high schools that wants to start a program.
Very nice.
So we're starting with the teachers first. And so I know my guys are there right now. They're actually in class and teaching the last day, so they're celebrating. Yeah. So which is great because then I think in a few weeks they start accepting students.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a 5-module class. It starts from the beginner to like, basically you learn how to build something like this,
Mm-hmm.
all the way to flying
Oh, wow.
industrial drones.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now SDSU.
SDSU is a different beast. So, if you want to start a curriculum, universities and stuff, it's a 2-year process, right? You need to get approval, and it goes all the way to the
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yes.
highest level of approval. So, but what we do with SDSU is we work on their intellectual, like basically a lot of the experimental stuff that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is look at some of their IP and transfer it so that it relates to the drone industry. So if you know, SDSU
Okay.
has a GIS department, they have an agriculture department.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have departments that
Has
can
an
really
engineering
benefit.
department.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
an-
Yeah.
So,
Great engineering.
yeah, these
department.
guys can benefit from the drone technology. So what we've done is introduce it to them, and we work with them very closely to actually develop it so that we can put that on the commercial sector and monetize or find a way to monetize
I
it.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
Good stuff.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of
Good
work
stuff.
with them. 2 years now, and we've been
Smart
Okay.
kids.
yeah.
Smart
Great.
kids.
Yeah, I love it. So, do you have any other questions?
This has been
I think
amazing.
we- yeah, I think
I
we've
kind
covered
of,
pretty much
I want
everything.
everybody to make sure to go check out his website.
Well, yeah. So we'll let them plug their the business.
Because the only other thing I want to mention is now you're doing actual training at your office as well.
Yeah, we do training for industrial
That's
work.
great.
Yeah, I mean, for example, like we have
I wish I could go there.
yeah.
Check out their.
Well, I
programs.
think I mean you can definitely come to if you guys want to see the land. It's not that hard. You guys can go to High Tech High. Literally behind High Tech High is where the land starts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, High Tech High Chula
Yeah, High
Vista.
Tech
So
High,
if you
yeah.
guys ever want to go there,
It's been a
but
while since I've been to Chula Vista.
yeah, no,
It's time.
yeah, it's time to go back.
Check it out. Okay.
No, but our we do train there. A lot of stuff like I never really put.
What
out
about
information.
meetups? You should start meetups. I mean, we do our own
You guys
meetups.
have meetups?
So, do you guys have meetups?
Well, and now that's the second
this will
thing.
be
Where,
great because-
where are you guys located exactly?
So, our office is in San Diego. We do have every Wednesday night we have local races. So, anyone who wants to come race, we have them at a place called Widowmaker. If you want to find out.
Where's that?
So it's a little north of here. I don't know the exact address because it's behind this big warehouse, and we got permission from them. They have this like huge parking lot behind their warehouse.
Nice.
Oh,
And
wow.
right next to on the other side of that parking lot is train tracks. So we call it Widowmaker because like once in a while someone always
I
ends up
love-
crashing onto the railroad.
I love getting shots
Not-
of train tracks.
Not while trains are going, but just
Of course.
Yeah,
once it's
just
up
train
there, it's
tracks.
like it's a pain to get it back. But yeah, every Wednesday night at like 8:00. If you want to find out more about that, goodtimesfpv.com. That's the guy that runs it. He's one of our local team pilots, Manny.
Awesome.
Anyone's welcome to come check that out.
Cool.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
I know. So hopefully we can do, like we can all gather.
Yeah, let us
One
know if you
weekend
want to see
and do-
more from their office. If you want us to go to the training site to see what's going on there, please check out both their websites. I mean, I learned a lot this week just preparing for the video, and
Mhm.
I think you guys will too. But
So we'll see you guys on our next interview. I don't know who we're doing.
no, I think we should go up to La Jolla and show everybody in the group what we get to fly every day.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I've never been there.
La Jolla.
No, like I've never gone there and fly drones like ever.
Again,
I need to
get
go see it.
footage for your portfolio.
It's
Yeah.
very picturesque. It's the best place
To make
to
people
get, yeah.
jealous that live in your relatives that don't live in San
That's
Diego.
how I learned.
Yeah.
People, when I bought my Phantom 4 Pro, people thought, you're crazy. It's your first flight and you're going to the beach?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Oh, you did your first flight at the beach?
At the beach, yes.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Hey, it's better
Because
than
everybody, I was
downtown.
being bombarded. Oh, you can't fly in this where you live. You can't fly in your neighborhood. It's like, well, screw that. I'll just go to the beach. That way, nobody will bother me. I don't get any questions. I did, however, got a cop. There was a cop, and started asking me about the drone. Well, I don't know. This is my first time flying it.
nice.
So he was really interested. So
I think a lot.
we're seeing more and more of that. Like
Yeah.
even the lifeguards. I'm friends with all the lifeguards over there. Always ask for permission. Hey,
Oh, that's cool.
I'm just gonna go about 100 feet up. I just want to take a shot of, the children's pool, and then I'll be down 5 minutes worth. And it's like, oh, you're good. Thanks for asking. So that's
cool.
really all you got to do is ask for permission, and you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Even airports here, you call, and I have a friend. They already know him. Yeah. We know who you are. Just be safe.
Definitely. If you guys
Yeah.
want any information about how to fly recreationally, safely around airports, within 5 miles of an airport, please give me a private message or comment, and I'll give you all the information you need. And if anybody wants to get their 107 license, let me know, and I'll give you all the information you need. And thanks for watching, you guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, droners.
Thank you,
Till
guys.
next time.
We'll see you out there.
Bye!
Thank you so
That
much,
was
you
cool.
guys.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
so